go, and I'll get you out in time to go over to the next lecture if that's your plan. I went to Breadloaf in 1966 and 68. This is the grandfather of all writers' conferences that is held at Middlebury, Vermont, and it remade my life. I found so many things there that were new to me and different when I got with writers, and I began to listen to writers talk about writing. They talked about honesty. Above all things, is it honest? When you put your pen down after you've written something, is it honest? Are you hiding anything? Are you ashamed of anything? And are you afraid of anything, you know? No, be honest. The freedom that is necessary for a writer. You have to feel free in order to write at your best. Openness, open-mindedness, search, independence. All these values, you know, were really not my values that I'd grown up with. I had grown up in a very conservative, fundamentalist family, and I had ideals that were commitment to one way of thinking, commitment around a book, a closure within the group, doctrine that is given to me that I do not really need to question, dependence upon this, dependence upon my group, revelation. I've never heard of revelation in the other group. Confession and forgiveness, you know, all these things. I had two different value systems that were suddenly at odds with each other. Very interesting. And really, we have these two sides in our culture. We don't do a whole lot of talking about it, so it's not widely known maybe, but we have the Greek side that came to us from Greek classicism. And those are the values that writing has inherited. And then we have Judeo-Christian values. It's another whole bag of tricks. And so it started me thinking, you know, the great thing about two different ways of approaching life is that you have to think. You really have to. Two different value systems. I'm going to let the book mostly talk for itself because it's doing what I would, you know, I wanted to introduce myself to the readers who were going to go on safari with me. So they had to know who I was as a person if they were going to do this trip. And then I wanted to know a little bit about the book. And those are the things that I'd rather tell you than just read out the book itself when I get later, although I hope to do a little of that. It begins with a little beginning chapter called Wise Words. I have kept for years important words that I read or that I heard. And these I wanted to put first because no writer approaches a project feeling that he's really going to do something original. There is no such thing. I mean, you're going to be original, sure, in some way or